We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred. With Maxwell Silverhammer. We are nothing sacred. With cruise control. We are nothing sacred.
Oh, yes. Bitches.
Yes, you know what that time it is. It's the first Monday of the month. It is September 6th, 2021, and I am Cruise Control.
And I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
And this is your Nothing Sacred report for August 2021, a very farty month. I'd say it's a big wet fart, dude.
It was kind of a shit month, you know. Just other things, you know, with work. It's been kind of butt fuck and
August of
flatulence, man.
August of nasty flatulence. Yeah.
That's just what it was. Well, you know, one thing I wanted to talk about, we were kind of talking about this off the air a little bit, but you know, for the people that complain that they have no family and I don't have any family and blah 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 blah, count your fucking blessings, man. Family's a pain in the ass sometimes.
Sometimes they yeah.
And well, like there was a situation, it was the day before my brother's birthday, and my dad calls me. I'm at work, and he's like, hey, you know, it's your brother's birthday tomorrow. And I'm thinking, well, yeah, I've only known the nigga 44 years of my life. I think I knew that. So he's like, yeah, well, you know, we're going to dinner tomorrow night. You know that, right? And I'm like, no. And, you know, because I actually had some other plans. And he was like, yeah, we're all going to have dinner, and he's going to pick you up, and they'll bring you to the restaurant. And I'm just like, well, how come nobody discussed this shit with me? You know, so I had derailed everything I was trying to do, because now you have this obligatory, got to change your life around for family.
Yeah, like, how about you let you know a week before instead of like the day before?
Exactly. Well, and thank God he just decided to call me, because otherwise it would have been, you know, just, you know, stupid shit. So, but, and then of course, when they picked me up, you know, they were talking about, and then our dinner tomorrow night. And I'm like, what dinner tomorrow night? And they were like, yeah, we're going to have dinner with Mom tomorrow night for my birthday. And I was like, well, I can't make it, you know, because at that point I'm like, I had plans with Steve that night. So I'm like, no, I'm doing something else. And they're like, oh, okay, you can't make that, huh? I'm like, no. So
no, all you got to do, it's very simple with like, this is the thing that bugs you about family too, right? And I'm kind of rocking a little bit. I like to rock a little bit. So hopefully you can hear me.
Yeah.
This is one of the things that bugs you about it too, is that, you know, they know you. They've known you for 44 fucking years.
Right.
So why don't they know how not to fucking piss you off?
Right. Like they should know what's gonna bother me.
It's
right?
It's like all of a sudden you hear a knock on your door. Boom, boom, boom. And it's your bro. And you're like, dude, I just came over to hang out. You're like, motherfucker, you know. No, right. You know, don't do that, right?
Exactly. Well, you know, you remember when we were roommates, used to do shit like that.
Yeah, because it's like, dude, it's like trying to force you to be like something else when it's like, dude, you can't take me for granted. First of all, it's taking you for granted, like you don't have plans, like you're just going to be sitting there.
Yeah, like you have no life, you know. You're just going to sit home, read your Braille books, and listen to Jesus music.
Yeah, or listen to your rap music and go boop doo coop coop. But the other part of it is like it's a disrespect, but it's also like, how do you not know that surprising me or not telling me shit? Like if you said, hey, my birthday's next week, we're gonna hang out.
Yeah,
you know?
Then I'd be able to plan for it and be like, okay, all right, we got that, you know, locked in.
It'd be like me going, I don't know what's going on when I'm coming out to Vegas, and all of a sudden the night before I go, hey, dude, flight's coming tomorrow. I'll be crashing at your place tomorrow night, too. You know, what? What the fuck, motherfucker?
Yeah, exactly. Like, and you're right. As family, they should know me, right?
Yeah, like, how do you not know that shit, man?
Right. You know, I mean, you know that, and you're not. I mean, we're very close, but we're not family.
Yeah, but still, it's very simple. Like, and you did it on principle. Like, well, you had stuff to do, of course.
Yeah.
So if you didn't have anything to do, you might have been irritated, but you were like, all right, I'll go tomorrow. But you're like, fuck that, I already have plans.
Yep. And the second one, I was just like, okay, no, we did it once.
And it doesn't matter like what kind of plans you have. You could be fucking sitting watching fucking WrestleMania, like having a plan to sit at home and sit in your boxes and drink beer and watch fucking pro wrestling, right?
There might be something on that I want to watch.
or whatever. But it doesn't matter. If you would have known a week before, you can go, okay, I can plan and I can set the DVR if I have to do whatever the hell I'm doing, right?
Yeah.
Or I can let them know then, hey, I already have plans that night.
Yeah. It's funny. Your family knows you least. It's the weirdest thing, dude.
Well, I've got a little thing like that I think is interesting too regarding family. And this is something we probably talked about before, but it's the idea of any of your family, like your brother, your father, whatever, your friend, any of being your best friend or your friend. Right?
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Or being a friend, and I know people who have kids like that. Like, you're my best friend, or you're my kid. Like, no. I am never you can have a friend who's like a brother,
Yeah,
like a family,
like you're close
you're
cousin
like
or something.
but you can't have a brother who's a friend.
No.
Okay, especially if you wiped their ass, or you held them when they were born, or if you just grew, you can't, your bro is people you grow up with and had baths together when you were fucking kids. You're not friends, man.
Right. Well, there are some people that do that though. They're like, yeah, man, I hang out with this motherfucker all the time, and you're like, okay, like that's the whole thing. But some people want that, they want to be their brother's buddy or some shit.
Well, they want to blur the lines and destroy family too. They don't want even like the weird ass shit like I don't refer to him as my dad or her as my mom.
Right. That's weird too.
Fucking listen. There's a reason why they're called it, because they shit you out. They pushed you out of their fucking body. All right, motherfucker. Or they blew their load inside of her to push you out later on.
Right. Exactly. Oh yeah, I was tripped out. There was a guy that I grew up with that used to call his dad by his real name. Yeah. And I'm just like, whoa, you don't call him dad? I was like, okay, that's a little strange. So another interesting family thing is I had this I don't know if you saw the Facebook video where I kept calling back one of those well, not IRS scammers, but the Social Security scammers.
Yeah. I gotta tell you something. You do realize that the more you interact with them, the more they're going to call you.
Well, well, I see it, but I love cussing them out, so it's okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you complain about it, so don't complain about it anymore. Just say you love it now.
Okay.
Because you complain about them calling you, but the only reason they call you so much is because you answer the calls.
Right. Yeah. I know. But
stop lying, everybody out there, Max. Stop fucking lying. You love them. You love every time they call. You get a hard on. You
yeah, because I love fucking with them. I love them because I hate them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you love them more than you hate them. Motherfuckers, if they stop calling you, you'd be sad.
You think so? You think it's just, it kind of gives me a little.
Because you like stuff to bitch about, dude. You like shit. You like to have shit to bitch about. So you will generate shit, continue to bitch about. It's the same thing with you helping people. Like, I gotta help this motherfucker. No, you don't. Well, if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to bitch about it.
Well, maybe
yeah,
you might be right,
man. Come on, bro.
But here's the thing. So I did a video on Facebook where I kept calling these fuckers back, these IRS scammers or whatever the fuck they are, the Social Security scammer. So I was doing that, and my dad saw the video, right? So we were at lunch. Actually, it was back in August, I think. And so we're sitting there, and he's like, well, son, I got to admonish you a little bit about the video you made. And I'm like, video? And he was like, yeah, with your phone, and you kept calling back the guy. And I said, Dad, it's a scammer. And he's like, still, people get fired for doing stuff on Facebook. And I'm like, Dad, the guy's a scammer. It'd be like if I was confronting pedophiles, you're like, oh, he's a great guy. What are you doing? Why are you doing that horrible thing? So I'm like, the guy, and he was like, you're not listening to what I'm saying. And I'm like, because you're not saying anything with any validity. You're not making sense. You're all up in the Kool-Aid and don't know the flavor, man.
Yeah. So. Well, then again, I mean, people are getting, and if you use any slurs.
Oh, I didn't. And I didn't.
Okay.
All I did was I said my name was Mike Oxswollen, Yeah. And it was like a YouTube video, So no, I didn't use any slurs. I made sure of that.
One suggestion that I would suggest doing is only do that on your
Maxwell page, right?
Yeah. Only ever do that kind of shit on that. Because first of all, the only people that are going to see that are the people that are actually on that page, not your fucking your
family
concerned citizens,
right? Exactly,
or your boss or anybody who can link you to whatever the hell you're doing,
right? Well, that's true. That's true.
Just, seriously, man, that's my tip of the day. Just always deal with the other account.
That's it when I'm doing video. Yeah, normally I would. I don't know why. I think I just happened to be logged in. That's what it was. I forgot my login for my Maxwell page.
Yeah. So get that shit down, because that can literally lead you to some serious shit, dude. So. Just being honest.
Particular video was just kind of fun, but I know what you're saying though, like rant videos and shit that I normally do.
Exactly.
Yeah, normally those are, you're right, those are reserved for Maxwell. You know,
and they should be. See, that's my tip of the day. The more you know, the more you know. The battle, knowing is half the battle.
Yeah, like G.I. Joe, man. So anyway, that's my little shit, my little bitch about family. And
yeah, well, I've got a little bitch about something kind of, it's a kind of a blindo thing, but it's not. It's like people don't understand blindness, and I want to talk about it a little bit because you're gonna get the kick. So it's about mask mandates. So
okay.
And about how wrong it is to have children, especially younger children, like 5-year-old to 8-year-old or younger,
wearing masks and shit.
Wearing masks to school for 8 hours. It's awful for them. It's awful for psychological. It's awful for me psychologically. I've realized that too. I've talked about this before on the program, but I need to see people's faces fully for my vision. I need to. I cannot deal with people without seeing their full faces. I maybe some fully sighted person can because they can read around the eyes better or whatever. Ain't working for me, man. It's really, really hard for me to read people, and it makes me feel kind of nauseous or just psychologically anxious. Like there's we can go to a football game. I'm like, okay, is everyone going to be wearing masks there? Yes. No. I'm not going to be staring. The 50,000 people staring, looking at with masks on. I might barf, like literally barf from my seat.
It's that bad, huh?
Yeah, well, and the thing that got me, because I watch these people and they're totally against it. They're like, you cannot have children wearing masks. It is set that especially when they're young, their facial recognition, identification, they need to be able to see the teacher's face to be able to learn languages and to be able to learn, and also need to see children's faces to learn how to psychologically deal with them as people. You can't have children walking around who barely know how to read a face, having half your face thing for 8 hours a day, all your friends and your teacher and everybody. And then that's not even going into the physiological, like the contamination on those goddamn masks.
Yeah. Oh God, the spit and all the shit.
Spit and just kids touching everything and themselves, and fucking what a dumb idea it is, dude.
Yeah. No, I agree. Well, the whole mask thing is stupid anyway. I mean, it's like, really, what does it stop? Well,
but here's, what does it stop? It's never gonna get used to it, bro.
I know.
But here's the thing. Now I read the comment sections a lot, and one of them are like, oh yeah, psychological damage. We'll explain blind people then. They don't see people's faces. And I'm motherfucker.
Okay.
I'm a motherfucker. And the reason why it bugs me is because that's an absolutely terrible fucking comparison. Because you will never need to see someone's face because you can't understand sight at all. You don't even understand the concept of it.
Exactly.
So you don't need to. So, but when someone like me sees, you can't ignore people's faces. So you automatically, as a baby, when you're getting stared at down the crib, see your mom smile, your dad smile, them looking at you, facial expressions, trying to get you to copy them. That, you don't ever have to worry about that. It's just not even a part of your function. These motherfuckers trying to say, how do you explain blind people? Well, first of all, most blind people are not socially fucking functioning very well.
Right.
And maybe one of the reasons is because they're lacking something else to compensate for not being able to see someone's face. Or they're scared or unsure about how to react around people.
Well, that's like saying I can't hear your voice, and then they'd say, "Well, deaf people can't hear voices, so what are you worried about?"
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, you have no concept of sight. So the moment you do, like myself, this is why it bugs me as well. Like, people don't think they think I relate more to you than I relate to them, which is wrong. I relate more to sighted people than I do to you.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you do because you can see.
It's truth. It's the truth. I understand the concept of color, shape. Well, you understand shape, but seeing a shape. I understand the
image
concept
or shape,
eye, or when someone lifts an eyebrow, or when someone smirks, someone but moves their face without you being able to see. I see all of that. So the mask fucked me up more than obviously you would, but you have no concept. So when you're talking about kids and they make that goddamn argument, like, do you even understand? Because people don't get it. They don't get that you have no concept of sight, man.
Right.
You don't even get. They think, oh, well, you just can't see, but you know what sight is. Like, no, you don't.
No, you've never seen. Well, that's why I'll get a lot of people that will say to me, "Oh, if you had the chance to get your vision restored, you would." And I'm like, "No, the fuck, I wouldn't, because that'd fuck me up."
Oh, man.
And I've tried to explain this to people, and I've actually gotten in arguments with people about it and all kinds of shit. And I'm like, "No, I've never been able to see."
It's insane. People don't want to because they can't wrap their head around it.
Yeah.
Like I've had to explain things to certain people, certain friends of ours, like Shane, before you came out the first time, I had to explain he doesn't understand the concept of sight. Like, but I don't even get that. It's like, because you can't get it. Like I can't. I don't
it's not
understand
something
how
to get.
There's nothing to get. There's no way to get. It's the big divide between blindos and sighted.
Yeah,
but it just kind of exemplifies how people don't understand that and how very important that is to understanding the difference between a blind person and a sighted person from birth. A blind person from birth.
Right. Well, that's it. And it's the thing is, don't try to understand it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's not for you to understand. It's just what it is, man.
Yeah.
That's all.
Well, I think it's not I'm trying to understand what it's like, but understanding the differences and how that relates to people's personalities. For instance, it's a curse in a way to have sight. Right. It's a curse because we can't unsee shit. Yeah. If we're standing there walking and all of a sudden the sky turns purple and it's blue out, you would go, I'd be going, oh my God, the sky is purple. You're like, what, dude?
So what the fuck does that mean?
and I just changed. It would blow everyone around you would stop what they were doing and shit themselves. And you'd be like, okay. Or like someone across the room, let's say someone across the room or across the table and you're sitting there and they're making faces at you. And you're like, what the fuck is your problem? What is that guy doing? Why is he doing that? Like you have it all the time where you're like, that guy across the way. You're like, you hate it. Yeah.
Or even, the light thing. That's what bothers me when somebody says, turn on some lights. And you're just like, why? And then, of course I have my little song, the sight need the light.
Yeah.
It ain't quite right till the sight get the light. So I have that shit going on. And so, dude, that's a definite, some shit that I just don't get.
Yeah. It's something like it's like a lot of times I know you notice too. A lot of times it's a distraction from like the important things that are going around you. Like, let's say you're having a conversation, right?
Oh,
and all of a sudden across the way, someone walks in with a clown outfit on, and they just walk, and all of a sudden, boom, conversation derailed. Did you see it go? That motherfucker.
Yeah. Oh God, I hate that. I hate that shit.
You hate it because
it totally derails everything. Yes.
Yeah, because they can't get around it. Like when you have sight, you cannot get away from seeing it. It's almost like if you were in a room with somebody, and all of a sudden, you're talking also on the deep whatever the jukebox, all right. All of a sudden, you start hearing like fucking satanic chanting, like right.
You're going, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
But you're right. It totally derails people.
Yeah.
Like you'll be talking to them, and all of a sudden they'll be like, "What is that?" Or something catches their attention, and you're like, "Hey, man."
Yeah, I'm not. And the thing is, I've done it too with you.
Yeah,
I'm not saying I have. I'm not less guilty. That's the thing. I'm just as guilty as everybody.
Right.
If I see something crazy like a flash, what the fuck was that? You go, I don't know. What do you see? And then you'll just be like, whatever, dude. Just do your sidey thing and get out.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, okay, back to the conversation here. Let's get back to what we're talking about.
And don't get me wrong, that can be useful. Like, oh shit, get out of the road. Whatever, something like, get out of the way. There's something coming. Whatever. It's useful, but it's also like a curse because we can't get away from it. So when people say that kind of shit, it just bugs the shit out of me.
Yeah.
What about blind people? They don't see people's faces and they are not psychologically damaged.
Where was this? Was this on a Facebook group or something?
Yeah, it was on like a YouTube comment section.
YouTube comment.
Because they were talking about how angry they were that the school districts in Portland were making people wear masks.
Oh, I got you.
Children wear masks, like young children wear masks, where they get home and they're despondent because they have to wear a mask all day, and
I fucks with you. I mean, even flying on an airplane for an extended period of time, you got the mask. You can't wait to get that goddamn thing off.
Well, it'd be like you. It'd be like, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to plug one ear.
Yeah.
We're going to plug one ear for 8 hours a day.
Well, here's one thing, dude. With the mask on, it's hard to do echolocation. Like sometimes I'll click my tongue just to kind of find where something is. So I can't really do that with the mask on. So that kind of fucks it up for me a little bit as far as the mask thing goes.
And people, that's definitely true. And people, even people with perfect sight, with perfect hearing, everybody reads lips. You can see a little bit. We all do it a little bit. So when your mouth is, that's why now you hear more like, "What'd you say?"
Yeah, no, I do get that, and I will apologize. I'm like, I got that stupid fucking mask on, man. Sorry,
It's like, "What'd you say? Huh? What'd you say?" Because people are trying to listen to you and look at your face at the same time to read your lips. It's a combo.
Right. So it's kind of a visual. You guys visually listen to people too, apparently.
Yeah.
So that's interesting, man.
Yeah, so it's you gotta be really angry though. I was like, what the pissed me off, man.
Right. People saying dumb shit. Well, that's the internet for you, man.
Two different worlds, man. So yeah, so that's my big rant. One of my big rants.
One of them. One of the many.
Because the reason why this fucking month has sucked as well is because there are certain months where it's like the deterioration of our society is like slow.
Right.
And
then
you know,
this month it seemed like
this month it just seemed like it just like the wall, like a part of the wall just fell down, like in front of us. Like, oh shit!
Like this is major. That was a big piece.
Oh, the Afghan shit, and just our president, our goddamn clueless fucking
incompetent ass fucking Joe Biden.
Oh,
oatmeal chin, man.
Dude, just haberdabber scabaloober. He doesn't even answer questions. He just walks away. What president doesn't answer questions at a press conference?
Right. I mean, or like the thing we saw. Remember when he was like, "Oh, that takes too long to explain," or something.
Yeah.
Like
or the one time when he goes, "Well, they told me to call on Bob from NBC." Like, who's they? Who told you to do it?
Right. Oh yeah, he's dude, Grandpa in Chief, man. Jericho Green, man. That's
Grandpa, dude. Fucking Alzheimer's in chief, dude.
Hell yeah.
But it just seemed like the whole month, like, and then the things happening here in Oregon, like the outdoor mask mandate now. Now there's an outdoor mask
mandate. Holy shit.
Indoor and outdoor. If you're in a large area.
Wow. What if you're just walking down the street, man?
Well, it depends on how many people are walking down the street with you.
So you have to be cognizant of who's walking around you. And if there's more than 5, you have to put a mask on or some dumb shit.
It's still ridiculous, man. Doesn't make any fucking sense, man.
Fuck, man. Well, you know, yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, you're right. This month has kind of been, especially now, you know, with the Delta variant and, you know, everybody's going back to the online thing again. And they're making me jump through a bunch of hoops at work. If I want to do anything in person, I have to fill out a travel request. So it's like, fuck, you know, and they're a pain in the ass. And
oh, dude.
A lot of times
I'm so frustrated because there's nothing I can do right now. I can't do improv because I have to wear a mask to do it. I'm not doing it. I'm not wearing a mask to do improv. Come on, man. You can no.
Well, and that's a big part of you got to see your face. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, facial expression. That's big for stage shit.
Yes.
You know,
absolutely.
So, hell yeah.
I can't do any. You go and do any open mic comedy that I want to do.
Wow.
What about you? The chaotic karaoke with a fucking mask on?
Well, you know, I've given a presentation wearing a mask recently. So that was
but that's the present. That's one thing when you're standing talking, but when you're actually trying to show your expression through your face.
Yeah. Well, expression does help too when you're presenting, you know, because like you said, some people read lips, you know, that's just what they do.
It's just a cluster, man.
Oh yeah. Ridiculous. Oh, which by the way, Don Verb and Danielle wanted a name for the people that you know, are kind of at the helm of all this COVID and all the bullshit going on. And I got one, man. The name is, I call them feces felchers. And
feces felchers?
Feces felchers. So they felch feces out of each other's asshole because, like, you know, a lot of it's big corporations that are behind this shit. And, you know, a lot of corporate fucks are into, you know, like shit fetish and all that other weird stuff. So, and then there's the other ones, you know, the cucks that are sucking their ass going, oh, this is so great. They got the mask mandates in place and the mandatory vaccine, you know, and they're the ones sucking out of the ass of corporate gyms. So collectively, they're all feces felchers. So yeah, in their last show, they were talking about what. So we have a name for the title, and I was like, well, I can't write it here on your comments, so I'll just say it.
Feces felchers.
The feces felchers, yes.
Or fecal filters.
Fecal filters. Well, that's fine too. Yeah, either or.
I don't know. I like fecal kind of has more of a ring to it. Fecal filters.
Fecal filters. True.
That's my contribution. I just changed.
Cool, man. I appreciate it, man. See, we work together on this.
Teamwork makes the dream work, bro.
You got it, man. So yeah, a lot of the fecal felchers, you know, that they're loving, dude. They love COVID. This is like,
oh, dude, shit. This is they love because they're concerned.
Yeah. Oh, but it gives them a reason to be concerned now.
Concerned citizens.
Yes.
So they can demand that you fucking lose your rights because they're concerned about you.
Yeah, and you know that's the other thing too.
I had to burp on that, dude.
So your rights are more important than my health? I don't know. Actually, I saw something on Facebook that said that. It's so your rights are more important than my health, and then the guy writes, "I don't even know you." So,
seriously, damn right they are. And your rights are more important than mine.
Yeah.
If you don't want to go out, then don't. If you don't want to take the risk, then don't. But what you want to do is go out and not feel scared. Well, don't go anywhere.
Out. Well, it's like the fucking Karen that I ran across at the bar. Remember the guy that was like, you're violating the 6-foot policy. Did I tell you about that guy?
Not that voice. I think you might have said.
That's how he kind of sounded, dude. I was
violating the 6-foot policy.
Yeah, this is probably I'd say April of last year. Whenever they opened the bars back up, April or May, and I walked in there, and the dude was like, I sit in that little corner stool usually, and I walk up, and I was like, "Hey, dude," he was like, "Oh, hi," and I was like, "Yeah, can I sit here?" And he's like, "Well, if you do, you'd be violating the 6-foot policy." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, how about I move over to this one?" And I moved over to like another stool, kind of in the corner. And he's like, "Well, it's still too close. I'm sorry. I work with a pregnant woman and I can't afford to get her sick." And so then I went, "Yeah, well, don't go to a bar, dumb fuck."
Yeah.
So I said to Tiffany, I was like, "Hey, Tiffany, this guy's afraid of the virus here. Where should I sit?" And so she's like, she looks at him and she goes, "Go ahead, help him, grab his arm, take him over to where he can sit." Like fucking with him a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, idiot. Okay. Well, now you're going to have to lead him to somewhere where
like if you don't care where you're sitting and someone else cares where they're sitting, then they're the ones who fucking move, not you. Yeah. Well, I'm already sitting here. Well, I don't care where you sit. I'll sit next to you if you don't mind. No, well then get the fuck up and move. But I'm already sitting here.
Well, too goddamn bad. Like you're the one who's scared, not me.
Yeah, like I'm scared to go outside. So instead of staying inside, I want everyone outside to follow things that will make me feel less scared.
Yeah, that's
because I can't stay inside. But I'm scared to go out, so I want you to change your lifestyle completely to make me feel more comfortable in my life.
See, that's what it is. It's that kind of shit, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to change my life for you, because you're scared. Like, that's not my problem, bro. That's a mental thing.
And let's look at the logic here. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in the bar. I have to wear my mask when I go in the bar. I have to walk up to the bar, and then once I get to the bar, I can take off my mask. Because I'm at the bar. But if I get up from the bar, I gotta go put my mask back on and then walk to the bathroom and back, and then I can take my mask off again when I'm at the seat.
That's pretty much what it is too.
I feel safer, don't you? Don't you feel safer?
Yeah, so much more. And of course, he's touching the machines. I think he was playing a machine.
But I feel safer. I feel safer now.
It's better. Oh, why can't every governor be like Cuomo?
I know. I want to. Here, take a bite. Put the mask back on. Take the bite. Take the mask off. Take the drink. Put the mask back on. Take another bite.
You know what I would do? I'd roll the mask up over my eyes and just eat my food. You know how I eat.
Yeah.
So and everybody loved it. They're like, "That's funny as fuck, man." And then I had a few idiots that would say, "Why do you have your mask over your eyes?" "Because I'm blind, you fucking moron."
No, well, because it protects you just as much because the virus is a fucking respiratory air and it goes through your fucking eyes as well.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't stop it anywhere.
There's the iris, man. I could blink my eyes and still catch COVID. You know that, right?
Fucking ridiculous, man.
Still
ridiculous. It's a year and a half later. It's still ridiculous.
Man, I mean, and the fact it's still going on.
It's getting worse, dude. It's getting worse, man. They're getting more and more fucking stupid, dude.
Yeah. Like well, I say the worst symptom of COVID, hands down, is the stupidity.
Yeah.
It's not the coughing, not the shortness of breath, all that other shit. No, man, it's the stupidity that comes with it.
Yeah, it's the fear, it's stupidity. It's absolutely, dude.
Yep. And then, the anti-vaxxers can be just as obnoxious, dude.
Oh,
where they,
God.
Where they're like, "Oh, no, you don't get the fucking shot." Hey, if somebody wants to get the shot, that's their business.
That's fine. That's their business. That they can do what they want. And if someone wants, now here's what I don't like is it's none of anybody else's business whether you do or don't. Right. So, but you got these anti-vaxxers. You got the vaccine? Oh, you just got it. You good when you gay sheeple.
You got the jab, didn't you?
You're a sheep. You're a sheep, and you gave in to the pressure. It's like, well,
yeah.
Sometimes
some people had to.
Sometimes you have to for your own sanity. Because if you hadn't, you'd have blown your fucking brain out.
Right. Or just
because you lost your fucking job, or just had to go through a bunch of bullshit.
I mean, hey, I don't agree with mandatory, making people, because they are doing that shit here a little bit with certain places. So, which I don't agree with, but at the same time,
I won't go there. I won't go there. It's like fucking places.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself. You want me to show a proof of vaccination? How about this? How about a shit on your face, and then I piss down your throat while you're choking on the shit that I just shit on you.
Then you can tell if it's COVID or not.
Yeah, then I can tell whether you have a strong immune system to see if you fucking don't die from my fecal matter down your throat. Or maybe you'll felch it out to your friend and they'll enjoy it.
And then
look
kiss
at
him.
that. Yeah.
Kiss him afterwards and be like, here, you want to taste what I ate? What this guy ate?
Yeah. Fucking ridiculous, dude. Seriously, you can go fuck yourself with that. I don't care whether you're vaccinated. I don't care whether you're not. It's none of my business. It's a human fucking privacy right to not have to explain medical shit to anybody else ever.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I shouldn't have to tell you anything.
And if you're going to discriminate against people with the what's the disease
that are not vaccinated or are vaccinated,
well, what's the like the people you like certain people you can't, like your mom, what is that gear?
With Guillain-Barré, my mom had Guillain-Barré, so she can't get
muscular sclerosis.
Yeah,
other autoimmune diseases. Oh, sorry, you can't go into a restaurant. You have to eat outside. That is fucking disgusting.
Stupid. Yeah, it's horrible.
No, it's disgusting.
Well, you heard about the girl at BYU that lost her scholarship because she had MS or some shit,
Yeah.
So, now
and now the doctors are saying they're refusing the unvaxxed. Like I'm not going to help them.
Oh yeah, like okay.
Do you know what a Hippocratic oath is, motherfucker? Obviously, you're not. You're a terrible doctor if you're not helping anybody who's sick.
Yeah, exactly. The person's coming to you because they're sick.
Oh, but you didn't get the vaccine, so you got what's coming to you. Like,
okay.
These people,
that's like a cop not helping you. I'm getting robbed, man. Well, were you vaccinated?
Yeah.
No. Oh shit, we can't help you, bro.
And that's the scariest fucking part about it for me, man. One of the scariest parts is the anger from both sides, like the unvaxxed saying to the vaxxed, "Oh yeah, you're thinning the population. Hopefully you got your vaccination. When you die in 6 months, who told you so?" And it's the same thing with you didn't get your vax, your death sentence, buddy.
Yeah.
One less fucking moron in the world. Like, wait, you wishing my death? Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
Yeah, no, it's both sides are equally obnoxious. It's all just shit to divide us. And it's stupid, man. This is there's an engineer at work here, man.
Oh, God, there's something going on. There's somebody behind the camera here. There's not behind the curtain.
It's the Fecal Filters, man. I'm telling you.
The Fecal Filters, man. They are definitely the FF.
The F'd up, man. That's what they're doing.
F squared, dude.
F squared. Yep, the F squared crew.
Or the FF, the Foulier.
And yes, if they want to use that in their show, they can. They're more than welcome to.
Absolutely. And what else you got, man?
Man, not much. Just the kind of the shit that I already sort of complained about.
It just feels like there's a vibe in the air. It's like smoke. When there's smoke in the air from a fire.
Yeah,
it seems like there's been a lot of that here too, but it seems like that's the way it is with our society. Like this last month, like another wave of fucking funky pollution rolled in, and it's over everyone everywhere. Like
yeah, you can't get away from it. Everybody's fucked up with it,
except maybe in like Texas or Florida or someplace like that where they're not fucking just completely just fucking.
I've heard Mississippi is pretty chill too.
Yeah, it is. Yep,
but. Yeah, it's wild shit. Well, that's the other thing, because my brother is kind of a hardcore militant, and so he's like, man, you mean you'd rather get the jab than fucking have to move somewhere else? And I'm like, yeah, because I hate moving. Moving's worse than getting the jab for me.
Well, not only that, but your purpose is tied up, like the way you feel about what you like to do with your life is tied up in what you do.
Exactly.
So it's more important than just a quote unquote jabby jab, or a job or just a fucking career. Like you have a belief in what you do. And it's one of the reasons what keeps you going on. Like it keeps you moving.
Yeah,
keeps
absolutely.
You focused every day, gets you up every day. Like, okay, I'm doing something I believe in every day. So you'd rather face the consequences of any kind of complications from it than that.
Well, and for me too, it's not like, jobs are plentiful. It was difficult enough for me to get this one. So, it's just what it is.
It is what it is. So, yeah, I hear you.
So you gotta kind of just roll.
So anyway, people, I think that's where we can roll off. 40 minutes of us talking about the decay of our society and how fucking pissed off we are. But that's what we do here. That's what we do here on the Nothing Sacred Show.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
So once again, I guess we can wrap this up. We're gonna be back next Monday with a very special.
Well, you know, we'll have Louie with us, but we'll have another guest.
Yes, and it's going to be a very special one. Maybe we should let.
It's going to be a privilege. Let's put it that way.
It'll be a privilege to watch us. It'll definitely be. It'll be so you can come camp out with us and hang out.
That's right, man. That's right, because it's the place to be.
Damn right.
Schwang.
Schwang. We're going to go through that. So that'll be next Monday, the 13th. But as of now, it is September 6th, 2021. I am Cruise Control.
And I am Maxwell Silverhammer.
And that's the story.
They're bitches.
Bitches.
Peace.
Motherfuckers.
We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred. With Maxwell Silverhammer. We are nothing sacred. With cruise control.